go try to catch it. You won't get shocked. Trust me. Like there's no electric thing to get you if you go try to hit it. Huh?
You try that first. You go first.
It's for you guys. That's why we set it up that way. We love you guys so much.
We're not rapping with
it. Hey, great win by our team today. You know, I mean, I haven't been in a lot of tight games this year, and coming into it, we know we'd be in for a battle. We knew, you know, I knew all week we were playing an excellent football team. Comes in, they play with a little chip on their shoulder. UMASS does. You know, Mark's a great football coach. Know that. Known him for a long time, and you know, like I said, coming into the game, I mean, they've been outscored by 5 total points on the season. You know, there's teams that are 6-2 that have outscored opponents by 2 points. And, you know, so we knew we'd have our hands full. Come in, and they did a good job. Give them a lot of credit. We came in and started, made mistakes that you can't make, though. We turned the ball over. We gave up explosive plays. Penalties, you know, I mean, just penalty after penalty at critical moments of the game kill us. And, but I really am proud of how our guys battled for 4 quarters. You know, and came out in the second half, continued to make plays. We talked about guys, just do your job, come out, play as hard as you can. And we found ways to make plays to win it there at the end.
Questions? Get a mic to you.
Took a while to get the run game going. What were they doing to combat that? What looked like their game plan there?
They're playing good, playing sound. You know, beating blocks, getting off blocks, filling gaps, hitting their gaps, playing sound defense. So they're beating us. Like I said, we need to come out and be cleaner. They were a good football team, and there wasn't anything specific there. They're playing base defense and defeating blocks.
Your interview at halftime said you thought you guys were pretty lackadaisical in the first half. Why do you think that was the case today?
I don't know, because we had a good week of practice. You know, I don't know what it was. I mean, they're 18 to 22-year-old kids. And you know, one of the things is you got to come out, you got to continue to grind, and you got to play even better from one week to the next. I thought we prepared real well. I thought we had a good week of practice. You know, we came out, didn't perform, and to our standards in that first half. And you know, I mean, that happens for kids sometimes. You know what I mean? But they buckled down and found a way to improve.
Coach, is it in some respects more difficult to prepare for a game like this than it will be for the game next Saturday?
I don't know. They're a pretty good team we're playing next week too. They're not easy to prepare for. So I don't see that. I mean, every game you gotta come. College football today, if you don't bring your A game, you're not going to win. You know, or you know, there's a chance you're going to put it in jeopardy. I don't think for the whole game today we brought our A game. At times we really did. At times, you know what? We played real well, OD and Ken. You know, big punt return at the end. Big return. When we needed returns, we had returns. We needed drives to start the second half. We had drives to start the second half. We needed a stop on defense. We got a stop on defense. So we played well, and we're just a little inconsistent at times. And but you know, that's college football.
I know you've touched on it before, Coach, but just the blocking aspect that Eric brings, especially on Fitzgerald's 2 touchdown runs, and what he does when he doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, he does. You know, I mean, Harris, again, if you look at him, 24 carries, 114 yards. He might not get all the glory and pubs that that other guys get, but he's the guy that makes it roll, you know. And I think I wanted to get I wish I got some of the more carries for some of the younger guys, but in the game that we know, because they're explosive players, but it's Harris continue to, you know, carry the load is what opens up the kind of explosive plays for us.
Nick had a couple interceptions today, and I know one might not have been his fault, but are you getting just generally what you need out of the passing game right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're down 4 star. Our top 4 receivers didn't dress out today, so that's always makes it a challenge. And but I think at times, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I don't know that there was a bad pick. Like I said, the first one that was a pick 6. A little behind him, a little less zip on the ball. I think Reggie could have pushed off a little harder, you know, let the guy jump the route. But we knew that. 9's an excellent corner. I mean, he's a big-time player. Probably one of the, watching film, he might be one of the best corners we've played so far this year. Just because he plays UMass doesn't mean he doesn't deserve that credit. And you know what? If you're not on your game against that top corner, it's going to look that way. And, you know, that part of a little lackadaisical. Not like, hey, we came out slow. I mean, just the zip you need to go play at the highest of levels we didn't always have.
Do you think Donald will play next week?
I don't know. I'm a doctor. We'll know by later in the week. We don't expect him practicing at all before Wednesday afternoon. So we'll make that decision sometime Wednesday afternoon.
I'm not playing with Jonathan. What's your message to him after that sort of thing?
Oh, I mean, we coach it all the time. You got to be smart. I don't know. It's targeting. I don't think there was any intent to injure. I don't think he had his head up, go and tackle. The guy was low. Happens. It's the right call. I don't know. And the rule definitely needs to be in place, but I don't know. The suspension part of the rule is the one that, to me, sometimes it's hard to judge intent. I don't think there was any intent for him to do anything but tackle the quarterback on a blitz. I didn't launch. He didn't go high. He tried to. Guy was he was down low in a crouch position. That happens, and so you keep coaching. Go lower. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a hard time if he goes much lower. It's a really dirty. Then it's a dirty play. It's a personal foul the other way on the court. It probably really was nowhere to hit him on that play. I guess you can't, because if you go low, it's a personal foul. But we'll coach through it and just keep moving forward. That's the rule. It's the right call. I just think it's something that maybe can be looked at in the future. Not obviously the rule needs to be in place, but it needs to be looked at maybe in the future for the ejection part of it.
Coach, in the fourth quarter where Gary Green got hurt, and also the quarterback, there was a pause there. Can you tell us what happened? We're pretty far away.
Well, I don't know. You guys see it. Look at it on replay. I thought the guy was twisting his ankle on the pile. I screamed at the ref, and you got two guys from New England out there on the field. I'm yelling at the ref and yelling. We're not going to back down. That's one really Southern gentlemanly that people are used to around here. It's more a little bit of an old school New England game out there at that point, right there. And so. I think he and I were both brought up right there. So I thought it looked like a guy to me had Gary's ankle, was trying to twist it and rip it at the end of the play. I'm yelling at the official about it. He didn't do anything about it. And Whip's out there checking on his quarterback like he should be. I'm checking on Gary, and
Is he okay?
Gary, I don't know. We're gonna find out. I don't know.
The reverse pass for Reggie Todd.
Yeah, he threw that pretty far, didn't he? He got cannon. Just put a little more zip on it, just a little too much air.
What led to that decision?
Second and one, wanted to take a shot. We've been running a lot on second and one. Wanted to take a shot, keep him off balance. Didn't work out.
Is that a play that y'all worked on in practice this week?
Yeah, we've been working on it since training camp. So it's played we've had in since training camp. We got the deceptives of some different plays and keys when you use it. I thought we had a shot at it. We just overthrew him a little bit. And again, who's there? 9, really good player, making a play on for them and. It didn't work out. And we're still trying. At that point, you're in a tight game. I'm trying to score and try to create an explosive play for us to, that's you look at them. That's what kept them in the game. Explosive play after explosive play in big situations.
You're really effective offensively coming out of the locker room for halftime. Did you make some play calling adjustments at halftime?
No, not really. Just told our guys we need. I think part of it in that situation. I think a lot of guys can start to press sometimes. And I could hear, hey, just give me the ball. I got it. I'm going to make this. Call this play. Defense. I get it. Got to do this. So everybody could calm down. We needed 11 guys to go out there and play as hard as they can in the second half. Do their job. Don't worry about give me the ball. I'll make this. Just do your job, right? If it's quarterback, if it's a give. If it's a throw. If it's keep. Get it. Check it this way. Check it that way. Backs. Don't try to go bounce and score big runs. Put your head down. Get the yards. Make the right read. Line. Don't try to do anything special blocking coming off the ball. We don't need guys jumping out of their gap on defense or trying to blow coverage to go make a special play. All we needed was 11 guys on their field to come out and do their job every snap of the game. And I thought we did that much better in the second half.
Did Dedrick Thomas win a punt return job today?
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot more choices out there, to be honest with you, at this point. I think he's going in the season, he's the fifth string punt returner. So, but just been that type of year with injuries.
Nick continues to move up the boards, for his rushing of the quarterback. Can you just talk about what makes him such an effective runner from that position, and kind of how he compares to other great SEC rushing quarterbacks like Tebow, Manziel?
Everybody, all those guys are a little different. I think Harris certainly helps that. The offensive line certainly helps that. We kind of build offense around strengths of our players. So, he's a guy that he ran a bunch of option football in high school, so there's comfort. You see a lot of his runs you know, all the guys you mentioned all do it very differently. You know, I think he passed John Bond today. There we go. Ah, John. Ah. See, I'm on the jumbotron. I'm calling you out, John Bond. We passed you. He'll be in my office complaining tomorrow. No, but I mean, John ran the wishbone. Johnny Manziel did it scrambling on running, being able to run all over the place. Tebow was a power inside runner. You know, Nick's doing it running kind of a little combination of some different things, you know, where he's running some option plays where he's not just pounding away between the tackles. He's out, you know, pull, getting out on the perimeter, big runs, and obviously, you know, if you look today, I mean, he had a long of 30. When you get explosive runs as a quarterback, that stuff, you know, you end up having the opportunity to put up really good numbers.
You mentioned how well the team executed in the second half. What did you focus on, and what did you say to the team in the locker room for them to get those 2 scoring drives back to start the third?
Just that. So I came out, said, I don't know that we're playing as good as we can in the first half. I think everybody needs to just worry about doing their job as hard as they can every snap. Play with the effort, play to our standard. The effort, okay, the execution that we expect each guy that's on the field to go play with and perform with. Don't need to do anything more than that. Just come out there, though, and if you step on that field, you do your job and you play with maximum effort every snap. That's what I said. You know, I mean, you know, we're not making a rallying speech for the movie on that one right there. I didn't call the Gipper or any of that stuff. I mean, that was just everybody come out, execute, do your job is what we talked about after.
Jamal got a carry in
Yeah.
the second half. And with so many guys out at wide receiver and thing, is there a possibility to play more offense going forward?
Absolutely. I mean, we got, you know, I mean, just your numbers are so down. Just looking for playmakers. You know, he's a guy with great speed. You know, he's a guy we did move to receiver a little bit in spring, so, you know, I mean, he's taking some snaps on the offensive side of the ball. So, I don't know, did you guys know that or not? Probably not. He did play some receiver this spring. So, I mean, when they just where the injuries are right now, I mean, you're not a whole lot of guys to turn to at this point.
Well, Charlotte didn't dress. How long do you expect him to be out?
We expect him back next week. So, you know, both he and Keith Mixon, and we talked to the trainers for the game, and we said, hey, if, you know, they sit out this, they're going to have a chance to be healthy next week. If they play, it'll be, you know, I mean, they're not going to be able to practice till late in the week, and they'll be, you know, kind of not 100% for the game. So we ended up shutting both of those 2 guys down.